Matthew, I have some questions about the objects of esoterica up here. This is your collection of some of the things you need to have in front of you all the time.
Kind of.
Can you tell me about this beautiful skull? Is this your sculpt?
Yes, yes. It's Castillo boxwood, which is
Oh my gosh.
kind of...
You did the jaw in one piece.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is incredibly advanced sculpting, man.
Oh, thank you.
This is so beautiful.
Thank you.
So this is inspired by ivory.
It was inspired by this beautiful, I don't remember what time period it was from, but it was this beautiful ivory skull in a show in the museum here.
Yeah.
And I just wanted one.
What is this thing?
This thing. So we have this game in our shop. It's called Stump the Chump, where we bring in tools or gadgets.
And you have to guess what they
You
are?
have to guess what they are.
Dude, can I work here? I buy tools when I don't know what they do. Okay, so I'm assuming the answer isn't James Bond villain weapon. It's not the poor man's Krull the Glaive. What? Oh, wait a second, though. Is it a colander?
I guess you could call it that.
Like
yes.
it's the bottom of a pot so you could boil water underneath and steam on top.
You got it. That's it.
That makes me so happy.
Yes.
First guessing, but also that someone designed this to do that.
Yes, I found it at a antique store, and I bought it, and the guy said, I don't know what this is. You can have it for $1. I said, I think I know what that is. And
dude, the next time I'm coming to New York, I just want you to schedule a Stump the Chump, and I'm just going to come with a bag full of stuff.
All right, I have another one if you want to.
Yes, yes. What's the other one?
You probably know this one.
No.
No?
We have a stepped cone that's supposed to spin. No. Is this for is it for marking circles in a material?
No.
No.
Nope.
Then no idea.
Okay.
I'm drawing a total blank.
This is for sharpening lawnmower blades and making sure that they're balanced. So you put the hole in the lawnmower blade.
Yeah.
You put it on, and as you sharpen one side, you have to make sure that they're balanced so it doesn't affect the motor.
Oh my gosh.
So this, you would put it on, and if it was a little heavy on this side, you grind a little on the other side. So.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the blade itself, not the little
itself.
blades on the chain. You're balancing the whole blade.
The whole blade, yes.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
And this will accommodate any hole in any saw blade.
Yes.
In order to let you know that it's balanced or not. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm one for two.
It's a cool shape too. So
it definitely. I love, especially the old stuff, because it's so clear that it provided a utility, even if it's opaque.
Right. Yes. We often use pliocray, which is a two-part epoxy, if we need to balance an object.
Oh, okay.
And instead of using wedges, sometimes we'll put down a barrier layer and then push this two-part epoxy in from underneath, and it acts to support an object.
Oh, I see. So you're putting the epoxy into a bag or something like that.
Yes, usually on a piece of paper, and then
Right.
we'll put some either thin mylar or sometimes just saran wrap on top. And then you can put the object down and kind of push it in, and it creates a really very specific...
A perfect nest.
A perfect nest for the object.
And so you end up with this extra epoxy.
And I just end up... I like making these they're more about the way they feel.
This looks like a Chinese lacquer fidget is what it looks like.
I have that's another one of my things. Is I love Japanese lacquer. So this is my attempt at making Japanese lacquer. But it's more about the way they feel than the way they look, I guess. But
that's I love the brass plug. I'm just working up the nerve to try a French polish.
Oh, that's fun. I've tried it.
Yeah.
It is very tough.
Is it really?
Yes.
This feels great.
Oh,
Oh man, this is exactly the kind of, I guess this is in case you're getting into a fight.
right.
Or-
That's so I can work on the finishing
Oh,
of it
okay.
and paint it and not have to.
And you might eventually remove that. And
I would
fill it.
eventually
Right,
cut
right.
it off. Same as this, I would just cut it
Right,
off.
yeah. Oh, I see. That's what it was mounted on. Well, I also love little finger planes, by the way.
Oh yes.
Do,
So
do you use these regularly?
I do. I
Yeah.
use, well, not all of them.
Sure.
This one I use mostly. This is an old Stanley
Yeah.
number 18 knuckle plane, which is, I love the mechanism there of
Oh, that's lovely.
how it goes in and works. Which apparently these little fingers here are very fragile and they end up breaking. So they changed the design later on,
Right.
but it's not quite as beautiful looking as the earlier ones. So
Do you have a sharpening system? You keep these things?
I do
lap
have
here?
I do have a bunch of sharpening stones over there in my drawer. We also have a Tormek down in the basement for
Nice.
wood conservators.
Yeah.
Use that, which is
I
sharpening
got one of
system.
those Russian sharpening systems.
Oh yes,
And it
the
has done,
TS Pro or
yeah,
something.
TS Prof.
Pro.
It's done gangbusters for me on my chisel
Oh.
specifically.
Just having that fixed angle, not having to worry about the angle.
And being able to take it all the way up to 5 or 10,000.
Yes.
Like, and I bought all the stones, and they're all lined out. I redid the whole inside of the box. But yeah, it's like once I worked with a sharp chisel, I was like, oh, that's what this is all about.
Do you have any of the strops for it? Because you can go down to 0.1 micron, I believe. Which is,
1/10 of a micron.
It
What is
is.
that, 100 nanometers or something?
it's equivalent, I believe, to something like 100,000.
100.
Which is, I watch people that sharpen, and they can carve hairs once they get these things so sharp. It's really interesting.
No,
to
I
watch.
haven't done the stropping. I've stropped on the leather top of my workbench,
Okay.
but that's not the same.
Oh, I love that. And yeah, these others I don't really use as often. This one, we have a mount making forum,
A what?
a mount making forum,
Oh.
which is like a convention for
Yeah,
mount makers. And it was in London, I don't know how many years ago. And Jacob and I were I'm trying to remember the name of the antique market.
Oh, right. The one that winds all over. And
Yes.
You walk like 4 miles through
Yes.
it. Yes.
And I bought this there.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yes, it's an old infill plane.
Wow. Oh my
I
God.
believe it says Preston. I mean,
see
I don't
that.
think they're very valuable, but they're beautiful and
Oh,
handmade.
they really are.
And I don't know much about its history, but
That little,
the little detail is beautiful.
and the flatness of the back is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I loved it. It looks like a sleigh.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, what's going on with these guys up here? What are these?
Well, this is another thing when I see things at the Met. I try, like, oh, I want one and I can't afford them, so I make my own.
I don't know anything about that kind
You
of
don't?
philosophy.
No.
That's my whole life.
Yes.
So these aren't the so
This is like a stone that I found in the flower district.
Okay.
Strangely enough.
yeah.
But this one was often we use this foam. I'm not sure if we have any around, but it's a closed cell foam.
Okay.
Often that we use in the museum, and I take it and I carve it up, get a shape, and then it's covered in a self-leveling cement.
Oh, it looks like it's made out of. I thought this was going to weigh several pounds. This
Right.
looked like it's made out of like iron. It looks like a piece of iron.
And so I faux finished it. I added some
Dude,
dust to it, and
you have a little pouch bag of Fuller's Earth here.
it's similar. We have lots of pumice and
Yeah.
rotten stone and
In the movies, they no longer use the diatomaceous earth. They use walnut shells for dust now.
oh, really?
Yeah, I guess it's less toxic to most people,
Oh,
unless you have a nut allergy.
no, that's true.
Matthew, thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
I feel like we understand each other, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is so great.